Death of a Photographer is, in my opinion, probably the best short film I've ever made, and it definitely got very good reception from the viewers as well. Though the general filming process was quite easy and self-explanatory, there are some certain parts of the video which I'd like to highlight. I don't actually remember where the original idea came from, to be honest. All I know is that the idea for the whole list came from the TV show My Name Is Earl, which I'd been watching recently. The idea of the photographer falling out of a tree while trying to take a photo was something I likely came up with when I myself was up a tree taking a photo. I normally climb trees a lot, so I was probably up there taking some photos and then thought to myself, what about a film where a guy is taking a photo and then he dies, and then the whole rest of it just probably came from that. I also wanted quite an emotional storyline since I wanted to properly showcase my true acting abilities, and though I don't think I really did, to be completely honest, I definitely showed a lot more of my acting abilities than I do in my normal skits and comedy sketches, so that's somewhere to start. Apart from the scene on the top of the church building, the short film pretty much had no real visual effects. Though almost every scene was colour corrected in some way or another, the majority of the film didn't have that much CGI. The only shots that used any actual CGI were these two shots here, which both used Runway.ml's green screen tools. In this scene you can clearly see me walking past myself, which was obviously done using green screen technology, but I didn't actually film it in front of a green screen because I somehow thought I was going to get away with it without doing that. So I needed to spend quite a long time on Runway.ml just trying to outline myself and get it to a point where I could make him walk past me and make it look real, because obviously I can't have two of me in the same room. I don't actually have a clone, but you know. And this shot here, even though it may not seem like it, I actually did use CGI in this shot, which you may not be able to even notice. Originally the alarm clock actually said 16:24 in it because that was the time which we actually filmed it at, but obviously since I wanted the characters to have just woken up, it wouldn't make sense for the clock to be displaying that it was the afternoon. So I had to digitally remove the 1 out of the clock, which meant that I also had to outline my brother's hands using Runway.ml. Obviously it's a very quick shot, but it still counts as CGI since I still spent 5 minutes on it, so still CGI. After this point, pretty much everything was done. Apart from colour correcting and stuff, most of the scenes didn't really have much other CGI apart from that. Except for these shots here, which I had a smudge on my lens, so I had to digitally remove that, but it was easy to do since it was a very small smudge and all I had to do was copy and paste some sky onto it. After this point it was basically just sound editing, which was pretty easy since I know how to use Audacity, and it was mostly just EQ changes and a bit of noise reduction and amplification. All of the audio tracks from the video's editing file were put into an Audacity multitrack and were edited more professionally on there so that the sound would sound a bit better, and though there are a few points in the video where I think the sound quality isn't great, the general sound of the video is pretty fine in my opinion. I think I did a good job, and obviously the music was just a case of picking music. Although I did have to pay to use one of the tracks, which was annoying, but somehow ironically I got away with using literal audio from a Beatles song. I think I got away with it because it was a remix and I recorded my own tracks, adjusted the EQ, removed some of their tracks, did a bit of reverb and noise reduction, and basically made it remix to the point where the copyright wouldn't detect it. So to be fair, I'm actually surprised that it didn't detect it, because honestly I was really worried thinking it would. But it worked, so yeah, I got away with it. Anyway, after that, the video was done. I ran some copyright tests on YouTube, and as I said, I had to pay for one of the tracks, but apart from that, it was all fine. I got good audience reception from the video, and I was very proud with it. I obviously released the trailers coming up to it, and I was very happy with it, and if you haven't seen the short film, you should definitely see it, because I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't seen it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye!